So I'm in the airport the other day, grabbing my newspaper, grabbing something to drink, and reached down to grab the newspaper. In the place it always is, I noticed to the right of the newspaper a magazine that I had not seen there before. Maybe it was coincidental, maybe not. Nonetheless, it was one of those magazines. And I found it interesting that there right beside the newspaper was a magazine that I'll admit, as a man, I had to be very careful not to look at. I'm probably the first hand in the room to go up to admit that I know how my mind is wired. And so I know that I must be careful about protecting where I allow my mind's eye to go. And I know that one look could lead to another, and before I know it, I'm in the middle of a mess in my mind of going to a very dark place. I'm, again, the first to admit that if I'm not careful, I can allow my mind to go to places that it should never go. Maybe you can relate with that. I know I've been there before, whether it's spending time online or seeing someone walk across my campus in high school, and thoughts that race through my mind that come from nowhere, but in a matter of moments begin to fuel the flame of taking me to a very dark place, a very impure place. So I know that I must be mindful of that, and that I must be protective of my mind's eye. And I think in part, Romans 12:2 really kind of unpacks that and makes that very real for me, of understanding the role that renewing our minds plays in us thinking pure thoughts and not going to impure places. It says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That part, renewing of your mind, is, I know, important in my life as I work to keep my mind renewed. I think in part that means being careful what I look at, being careful where I allow my mind to go, and knowing that oftentimes it's just that one look that can begin that journey to impurity. So I must be about renewing my mind and spending time in Scripture and surrounding myself with people that do the same and that remind me and hold me and keep me accountable to what it means to live that pure life and what it means to live a pure life in my mind. 1 Corinthians 10:13 is great ammunition, a great reminder where it says, no temptation has seized you except that which is common to man. The verse goes on to say that when we are tempted, that God will always provide a way out for us. I love the last part of that verse. That when I'm tempted, there's no temptation that has seized me except, as the scripture says, what's common to man. But when I am tempted, God will always provide that way out. I think the key to that way out is ownership, of realizing that I can't be passive and just expect that when I look at something impure that I'm gonna be cool or that my mind's gonna be okay. No, I must be about working to protect my mind from such thoughts by never going there in the first place. It's essentially looking for that way out. I know for me, it's that daily struggle, and it's that daily pressing in to those pure thoughts and daily pressing in to protecting my mind as I look for that way out and daily strive to renew my mind.